Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm doing a technique which I've seen this technique done a lot of times, and I'm not going to do it the way that it's done normally. So this technique can be called the faux shutter technique. It can be called the fracture technique. It's an illusion card. And you normally take two pieces of cards. So I've got a white card, which I'll show you what I've done with. You normally take two pieces of card like this, and you cut a square out of one. So this is you cut a square out of one, and you cut a small, so you cut a large square out of one, you cut a smaller square out of the other, you put them together, and you then get the shape. So I looked at that and I thought, well, why are we cutting it out of two pieces? Can we not skip a step and make it a lot easier? So this is a standard card blank that we would then have a mat with. So this is going to fit a 6x6 card blank. So this is 5 3/4, and this I think is 5 1/2. So you've got your 1/4 inch mat as you would with any card. Now all I've done is on the white piece, I have taken 2 square dies, and I put the first one down like this and tried to get it reasonably accurately. It's not absolutely perfect, but if you want to, you can measure it down. And I cut that out. That then gave me, let's take this piece on here, that then gave me a square like this. Okay, because that's the easiest way then. So that was my square that I cut out of this piece. I then took a smaller one, the next size down, and I then measured it up so that again it was the right distance between this side as much as I could, and then I cut that out. So that gives me a little square frame I can use on another card, and it gives me a smaller piece which will fit in here. So if we then go back to our card blank like this, you put it on the diagonal because then it looks quite fun. So that is going to fit there like that with your 1/4 inch board around there. This is going to fit in like this. Like that, and we're going to stick that down. And then we need to take some 1/4 inch strips. Okay, so I've got some 1/4 inch strips here. So I'm going to glue this bit down. This is the only card that we can't cut anything out of the base because we are using it like this. So I'm going to put it all down first. But it's the easiest way of doing this. And I thought, well, why are we cutting out of both bits? Because yes, it lies in. So the idea is that it lies flat, but it's still going to come a little bit proud over on the white piece. So this is new glue. There we go. So why are we cutting that piece out when we don't actually need to? So I'm going to put this in on here, try and get it as accurate as I can. Now, I'm not the greatest at getting it absolutely accurate, but it doesn't matter a huge amount. In fact, I think I'm a bit off on that side, aren't I? Let's take that out and see if I can get it just a little bit better. That's a bit better, isn't it? I think. There we go. That's about right. And as I say, it's probably not absolutely spot on, but then I'm not a particularly spot on person with measurements and things, which is why I try and find easiest ways of doing it. Now, this little piece here, we're going to just put in the center. And as long as you know it's this size of rectangle, of square, you can then use anything you want afterwards to actually decorate it. And as long as you don't use a very thick piece of card, it's not going to stand too proud. So this we need to try and get again as accurately as we can. I think that's probably about right. In on here. And then we have our little dip piece on here. So we want everything to come the same size. So I have cut out these little pieces, which are 1/4 inch. And we are going to slot this one in on here and take it out to the edge. So let's just take some glue in on here. Don't think I need to do it right the way out to the end because I think it's it comes a little proud. So we'll take the first one and we'll take it from this piece in on here. So it's gone into the little gap and we'll take it out to the edge like this. Okay. Then we can take the next one. So this is our next one, and we'll take this one in. I think some of these, you know me and my cutting, I'm never ever, I think it's my eyesight at my old age, they're never ever absolutely spot on, but I think they're going to be good enough. So we're going to put our glue in on here. Take that up. And we're going to put this one in from this side, butt it up. In on that little gap piece and out to the edge like that. Then we're going to turn it again, take the next piece and again just take some glue in on here. And we're going to take this from here. And the way that it looks like an illusion is that it looks as if you've cut the paper in an extraordinary way to give this look. So we'll turn it round for the last one. I've got to find one which isn't, I think this is a little bit big. It's a bit bigger that side, isn't it? Is that smaller that side? As I say, I'm not very good at cutting things completely straight, am I? See what that one's like. That'll be all right. It's probably a little bit narrow, but however you want to do it. So just cut that down. And then we're going to put this one in and again run it along the track. Butts up against that one neatly. Sure that's as straight as we can get it, and then it comes like that. Then all we have to do is to trim our excess off. So let me just grab my scissors and I'm just going to take this up on the edge, up on the edge. Get it off so it's not stuck. Up on the edge and on this one. Okay, so this is my cheats. Faux shutter card, and I think it looks, you can take it wherever you want it, so you can take it from one bit to the other, but I think that that looks really good. Now if you wanted to, you could take it so that it came down on here and then you wouldn't have those bits at the edge, but to be quite honest, I think it looks absolutely perfect. So we're going to finish this off, and I'm taking a little piece of, this is a bit of a an experiment I was working with, and I will show you, and it actually came out exactly the same colour as this cardstock. So I'm going to use this little piece here, and that's just going to go in as my centrepiece, because again, you don't want anything too fancy. Now you can see this is quite a thin piece of cardstock. It's you don't want anything that's too high because it's then going to make it too proud. And I want the dark bit at the bottom, I think. So I'm just going to put it in on here. I'm doing it this way because it's easier for me to see. And this is going to fit exactly in. And I knew that this was going to fit because it's exactly the same size as this die. So you don't need to. You can make a lot of these up and then not actually do the centerpiece until you're ready for it. So that's the piece that goes on here. And then all I did was to take a sentiment, and I'm just going to put that straight across on the front like that, because I don't think you want anything too fancy. You want the illusion part to be the part that you see. So, you know, I could put, I've done these just in a few, and I just did it as a die cut. You could have it as a little sentiment. You could put flowers in there. You could put a silhouette. You could decorate it however you want. I'm just doing something quite simple because I wanted the actual illusion part to stand out the most. So, but I like this little die because it fits perfectly from corner to corner on here, almost exactly as if it was made to. And this is a very old retired die from Stamping Up, which was no, that's the squares. The die is called Greetings, I think. Is it my I've got it out here somewhere. Yes, it is. It's called Greetings. Here we go. So I know people are asking me where I'm getting certain things from. So this is Greetings Thinlits. It's very old, and it just has some lovely, I think it's got hello, thanks and cheers, which I thought were just lovely. And so that gives you the beautiful card like that, and then all you have to do is to put it onto a blank. I haven't got mine out, but it would just sit quite nicely onto a blank like that. And you're talking about a lot of clean space. It's quite a clean, simple card because the illusion is the part that makes it look fancy. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you will try this one as a bit of a cheats way of doing it. But yeah, I thought it was quite fun. So thank you so much for watching me. As always, please stay safe and well. Please be kind. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.